This short video will show you how to set up a new document in Adobe InDesign. Start by clicking the InDesign square on your doc. Adobe InDesign has a menu bar across the top with many options. It has what's called your control here, which give you more options for whatever you happen to be working on at any given time. And you also have a toolbox. Your toolbox starts as a long horizontal column. If you click on these two white arrows at the top, you can turn it horizontally, or you can turn it into two side-by-side columns. I believe this is the most efficient way to work because everything is closer together, and it exposes a couple of other options that were not exposed as one long column. Alright, so let's start by opening a new document. Go to File, New, Document. This is your new document window. There are several options to adjust within this window. The first one is the number of pages. Depending on how many pages your document is, we're going to demonstrate this with just a one-page document, so leave that alone. The next option is facing pages. This facing pages option is for making the inside pages of a book. We are not making the inside pages for a book, so we will turn off facing pages. Next option is page size. You have several standard options here. For our first project, we're going to make a business card, so let's change this to a business card size. The easiest way to change sizes and navigate through this window is by clicking on the word next to the item you want to change. So I'm going to click on width. Notice that now this area is highlighted blue. Once it is highlighted blue, you do not have to backspace, you do not have to hit delete, you do not have to back scroll over it, you simply type over it and it will change. The width for our business card is 3.5, so let's type in 3.5. Now you can simply hit the tab key, it'll jump down to the next option, or you can click on the word height and let's change our height to 2. Notice you do not have to type in IN for inches. It will automatically make that change for you. We have an orientation option here, either portrait or landscape. Landscape is when the document is wider than it is tall. Like this sample here, it's 3.5 inches wide and only 2 inches tall. We could change that orientation by simply clicking on this button and it switches our options. We're going to keep it this way, standard business card size. You have an option for columns. We are only going to have one column on this card, so leave that alone. Our next option is margins. The margins for our business card are going to be 1/8 of an inch. 1/8 as a decimal is 0.125. If you don't know that, you can simply type in 1/8 and InDesign will do the math for you. If you just click in one of the other boxes, boom, 0.125. Now notice I only put 1/8 into one box, but all of them changed. That is because I have this chain link connected right here. As long as that's connected, if I change one window, they will all change the same. If I unlock it, I can change these individually. Okay, but I want them all the same, so I'm going to keep it locked. At the bottom, you have an option for what's called bleed and slug. If you don't see this, click on the More Options button on the right, and it will be exposed. Now, slug is something we'll talk about later. For this project, we're going to add bleed, which is a little extra space around the outside edge of a document so that you can expand color beyond the borders of the document. and we're going to make the bleed 1/8 of an inch also. Hit OK. So here is your document. The black border is the finished outside edge of your document. The pink and purple border is the margin line. Okay? We do not want text to be right on the edge of our document, so be sure to keep all of your text inside the margins. The red line is the bleed line. This is for background color or images. If you want them to go to the edge of the document, you will actually take them beyond the edge, so that when we trim these, we'll trim off a little bit of color to ensure that there's no extra paper showing around the edge of the document. So that is basic document setup.